It's a super low margin business. To survive in the restaurant business, you have to be very efficient and you have to be pretty savvy and be willing to always look for opportunities. My name's Cary. I'm the COO, Chief Operations Officer for Love Serve Remember, which is the parent company of Cafe Gratitude. We really want to be more than just a restaurant. We want to inspire people, we want to inspire our staff, we want to inspire the customers, and hopefully have an impact on the world that's positive. I think most typical restaurants, we had POS machines permanently tied to the wall at certain locations. It was a very much, take the order at the table, write it down, enter it in the POS, fire it. The tech has allowed us to be more efficient without losing the human touch. We chose Toast because it was cloud-based, affordable, and had good hardware. Toast Order and Pay ended up being the perfect solution at the perfect time. It allowed us to operate our entire dining room and provide, frankly, full service without all the staff. I didn't have access to the staff, so it was huge for us. We switched to counter service at the time, put QR codes on the table. That was really driven by a lack of staff. I had to cut costs, stay in business, drastically cut my front of house labor hours. Where we are now is we're sort of transitioning to a hybrid model where we're leaving the QR codes on the table, but we're having what we call roaming servers. Before the pandemic, a typical server section would be 6 to 8 tables max. So now we have servers roaming the floor, and they've got 12, 15 table sections.
When we first started at our Arts District location, we rolled out the service model with our advocates touching tables, making sure that guests felt comfortable with placing the orders through the QR codes. If they didn't, we used the handhelds. So essentially, we decided to start having advocates touch tables to just kind of improve that process, as well as help with our loyalty program as well. And essentially, it just boosted our email database where it allowed us to kind of help market our guests a lot better. It became very seamless when it came down to our speed of tickets getting to the kitchen and just guests being helped out overall. From there, we decided to just kind of start moving that service model to the rest of our locations.
At the end of the day, you can order 3 ways. You can order at the cashier station and just get to go, or get a number and take it to your table. You can sit directly at the table and order through the QR code, or you can sit at a table and order through a waiter. I was very concerned initially about if you use too much technology, it becomes a very transactional environment, and the invisible magic of a space can accidentally sort of disappear. So we've really been focusing on taking the efficiencies of tableside ordering, order and pay, and keeping an element of a server there to really keep that experience alive. People want to come in, they want to be able to connect with people, especially the Cafe Gratitude that's core to our experience. So it's been working, yeah. People have really responded well to it. And the servers are happier, There's fewer staff as a whole on the floor, but they're more efficient and they're making more money. I think you have to rework your steps of service and really look at it from a new perspective, develop a specific steps of service that are involved with QR code ordering. We've gone through and retrained our servers saying, how they greet tables, how they introduce the QR code. Don't just put them on the table and walk away. You're really sort of leaning on it without it feeling like people who are uncomfortable have to. It's really kind of like, hey, if you're comfortable ordering through the QR code, you can order, you can pay. If not, I'm happy to take your order through the handheld. This has been really key. You need to have a server there to guide through that experience. But if you want, start with a certain section, depending on the size of your restaurant. You could pilot it with these 20 tables be QR codes, and everyone else is going to be normal table service. And let's see how customers respond to it, and then just expand as you go. The other thing is with the handhelds, we can now take payment at the table, and they can sign digitally.
It cut down our chargebacks because guests were no longer doing a manual entry for credit cards. With using the advocates and handhelds, it cut down our time from, 15 to 20 minutes. So food was getting there, a lot quicker. If we had a guest sit down and they spent 15 minutes at the table, their food came out 5 minutes later, it would just help our table turn around and essentially get more guests in our restaurant.